Good morning, class. Myself, Mrs. Monica Paret. Welcome to science class, Standard 7, Subject Science, Chapter number 3, Properties of Natural Resources. Today we are going to start with the point Properties of Water. Now here are the few pictures are given in your textbook on page number 19 that you can refer. Okay. Now if we see this picture, image 3.6, see, in a different vessels water is kept and water occupied the space of that container. Okay, can you interpret something from this? Think on it. And few more diagrams we have. Here we have one balloon which contains balloon or any plastic ball you may take, and which is contains the hole into it, and we have filled it with the water. And what we have, what happened, what we are able to see, the water is coming out of that holes, means it can come out from very tiny space. Next diagram we have that this diagram or this property we are going to learn in detail in a standard 8. Still that I will give you only overview of it to you, because here we are going to learn the properties of water. In this we have seen one container, it is kept on some height by using one small table they have taken, and it contains 3 holes at different levels. Okay, now what we have see from this, whichever is the downside hole, let's give a name to it as, this one will be A, second will be B, and this will be a C. We will go from downside till the upward direction. Okay, A, B, C. We have saw that from the hole A, the water flow is more as compared to the B and C, and as we went to the B, it's more as compared to C, but it less as compared to the A. And if we went to the third hole, that is the upside C, we have found the water flow is means less as compared to A and B. What this happened, because the water exert a pressure on the containers, and as we go in depth of it, its pressure goes on increase, hence the flow will be increased in A, moderator in B, and less into the C. One more question can be asked on this will be, why the walls of a dam are broadened at the base of it? Because of this reason. Because as we go in the depth of it, the water pressure will exert on the container or wall of it will be more. It's the reason for that. Okay. Next we have this diagram which indicates that water always flow from higher level to the lower layer. These are the basic few properties of water which you have seen in earlier class as well. Okay. Which we have seen in earlier class as well. Now here one question it is given for us related to that. What are the state in which water is found? So all you can answer for this. In which state water is found? Water is, or in ordinary case, the water is found in a liquid. When it get freeze, it will be in a solid, that is the ice is example of it, and it also present in a gas state, means water is found in the 3 state, that is liquid, solid, and gases. Liquid example, an ordinary water which we are using for a drinking purpose, and solid will be our ice, and the gases example will be the water vapors. Okay, steam also you can take. Now further question we have as, what inference will you drawn from the pictures alongside? We will go one by one for explaining this property. Water can escape from the very small space. We can infer from this. From this diagram we can say that as we go in a depth, the water pressure exerted on the wall of a container goes on increasing. That's why the 3 levels of water has shown here. Third, we have saw this picture. In this we can say the property, water always flow from higher level to the lower level. And from this diagram what we can say, that water does not have shape of it. Okay, means water in whichever container we will fill, it will take the shape of that container. So water does not have its own shape, but water will have the volume and mass. Definitely it will have the volume and mass. It will having the volume, but it does not have the shape for it. Okay, this property, these are the few properties of water. So what we can say from this, water occur in liquid state under the ordinary condition. Water is a fluid substance. What is meant by the fluid substance? Which are in a flowing consistency, we are calling it as a fluid substance. Next, water does not have its own shape, but it has a volume. What it does not have? It does not have shape, but it has a volume. It can pass through a small hole or sip from the very small gaps or the cracks. Okay, that's why we are unable to store the water in the container which even contains a very tiny crack, because it will flow out of it. Next one activity they have given to you, on pouring water on a oil clad dish. Oil clad dish means a dish which we have clayed or just tapped with the oil on it. Water does not, what will happen if we just sprinkle the water droplets on it? We found that once we have sprinkled this, means after doing this activity, you can do this activity in home as well. Just clay one dish from your house and sprinkle some water onto it. Initially the small droplets will be seen onto that clay dish, because they cannot pass through the, unless and until the droplets is not enough to flow out, they will on that position only. Okay, like a dew drops it will do. Once the contents will be more of sprinkling, they will come together. If a slopy portion, it will trickle off of this. Okay, now next activity we have on a page number 19, you can refer for this under the try this. What we have to do, actually I told you to perform this activity last time only. It was as a homework activity has given to you. What we have to do in this, take a plastic bottle more than half full of water and mark the water level on the bottle. Keep this bottle upright in the freezer for making ice, and open the freezer after the couple of hours and observe it. Will you see that the water had changed into ice? And note the level of ice. What you will find, that ice level is higher than the water level before freezing, and what we can infer from this. I hope that all of you has done this activity. It was a very simple activity. Only you have to take a small bottle, you have to keep it upright. Those who are unable to keep it upright, those do not contain the small water in house, it's okay. You can keep a whichever bottle you have in your home, that you can keep, but just make sure the level we have to mark will be now horizontal, not a vertical. Just mark the level of water, and when we keep into the water, that water bottle into the freezer, and when we have took it out after freezing it, we have found that whatever level we have marked for the water is lower as compared to the mark of ice it contains. So what we can infer from this, whenever the water will be converted from the water to the ice, that is liquid to the solid, when the water will gets converted, its volume will increase. What do you mean by volume increase? It goes on expanding, no, it will expand. That's why our mark had changed from the wherever we marked, from that we have seen some changes. It's raised upside, that means it expanded, that means its volume will be increases. So we can again consider it as a property. When the water will converted from the water from the liquid to the solid state, that is from the normal water to the ice state, it will expand, that is its volume will be increased. It's the another property of water. Okay. Next activity we have on a page number 20. All of you open your page number 20. Okay, here it is. I will take the question for you. This activity, see. Take a bucket of water, drop many different kinds of article in it, and make separate list of articles which sink in the water and those who float onto the water. See the diagram 7.3.7, sorry. From that first diagram you can see we have put one scale which is made up of plastic, our pencil, sharpener, and a rubber band, small rubber band. And on another side what we have placed into it, a compass, a spool made up of metal, and one eraser. So we found the list. If we want to make, you have to make a list of this, and even this activity you have to perform in home. Okay, and whatever activity is told you in this audio, you have to take it seriously, and all of you have to perform, and you have to send the photographs to me. Only few students photograph I have got, and this activity contains the mark. Just remember students, this activity contains the marks for it, so take it seriously, and hence for all activity you should perform, otherwise activity marks you are not going to get. And these are the simple activity which needs the few things, few instruments which are easily available in your house. Not any extraordinary activities given to you for which you need to go to the outside or purchase anything. Okay, this activity you have to perform in home. So we will make a list now. What is floating on the water surface now? A sharpener made up of plastic, a pencil made up of wooden, and the scale even made up of plastic, and the rubber band made up of rubber because it's lightweight. And what sink in the water, what is mean by sink? It goes on the down surface of water will be sinking. And what sink in that? Compass, spoon, and the rubber. Okay, now why this happen, or on what thing it is depend, that we are going to see. Before that we will take one more activity. For this is this one, image 3.7, density of water. Now see, in this what we will do, we will take a glass, and inside that we will pour some water, and we will place the few ice cubes on it, and we will see what will happen. See, after that we found that ice cubes are floating on the water. Though the ice is made up of water only, still they are in lightweight. They are floating on water. So why this happened and what's the reason behind that? That we will see now. In a case of this example, the articles which are floating on the water, their density is lighter than that of water. That's why they float. And those who sink, they are their density is higher as compared to the water. That's why they sink. See, the articles or any substance will float or sink. It's depend on the density of it with the ratio of density of water. If the density of that object will be less than that of water, then it will be float, and if it is will greater than that of water, then it will be sink. Remember this much only. If density will be lighter than that water, it will float. If it is greater, it is going to be sink. In case of second example, ice and water, see, ice is lighter than the water. Though it is made up of water only, it is lighter than that water. Why it is? Because when the water will freeze from the freezes to form ice, it become lighter than the original liquid. And when the water freeze, that is when it transfer from the into the solid state, its volume also will goes and increase. Same we have discussed now in the case of that bottle example, its volume increase. Therefore, the density of ice will be less than that of water. That is why ice will float on water. Just now I told you know what is required to float on water. The density of that object should be less than that of water. Then only that will be float on the water. So the reason for this is when the water will be converted from the liquid state to solid state, its volume will increase, it will expand, and its density will be lower than that of original liquid. That's why ice is always floating on the water. Got it? Next we have the interrelationship between the water density, mass and volume. See the formula, density equal to mass upon volume. So what will be the interrelationship between them? Volume and mass of a substance. So the relation between this we will see to find the density of it. The space occupied by the substance is its volume. Means the outer container will be a volume of it. Space, whatever space it is going to occupy will be its volume. And the store of matter, means the matter which it contains inside it in a substance, will be its mass. Even in earlier chapter also I told you what is meant by the mass. Mass is the matter present into the substance is nothing but the mass. So what is the formula for density? Density is equal to mass upon volume. Now we will see in what they are going to be measured. Mass is measured into the grams and volume is measured in cubic centimeter. Okay, mass is measured in grams and volume is in cubic centimeter. So 1 kg is nothing but the 1000 gram and 1 liter is nothing but the 1000 cc, that is the cubic centimeter. In a short they have written gram and cc, that is the cubic centimeter. Now hence because of this what will be the unit of density now? The unit of density will be gram per centimeter, gram per cubic centimeter, G per cc. Even you can write gm per cc for this. Okay. Now here they have given us one question. Okay. If the mass of 1 liter of water is 1 kilogram, okay, if a mass of 1 liter of water is 1 kg, okay, then what is the density of water? They have asked us. Just let's put the values into it. Now see, 1 kg is nothing but what I told you. 1 kg is nothing but 1000 grams, gm, and 1 liter means 1000 cc. Okay, now 1000 divided by 1000 will be 1. So answer for this will be 1 G per cc. Got it? So answer will be 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Understood? All of you should write this density of water in your notebook. Write the formula of it, even the with unit, and this example which they have asked, no? That example with the answer of it you have to write in your notebook. Next point we have as anomalous behavior of water. Anomalous behavior of water. Why it is called as anomalous? Because the water, when it goes on to changes, the density and volume of it is not changing as that of other material. How it is, that we are going to discuss now. See, usually when the temperature of any substance will be lower, its density will increase and the volume will decrease. But the water is exception for this rule. See, first you understand how it will be excitation. For that you have to remember what happened with the other substances. What happened with the other substances? When the temperature of substance is lower, means we are going to reduce the temperature of any substance. What happened to that substance? Its density will increase, means it will be, density is going to become high and the volume will decrease, means it goes on reducing. Okay, it's the regular behavior of any substance, but it's not the case of water. For this we will take one example. You can refer page number 20 for this example. Here it is, see. See this example. Keep a glass full of water in the freezer for the 5 to 10 minutes. Then take it out and observe it carefully. So what we have found while observing, so many times we have done this for fun also, okay, and not done, then do it today. It will be a fun for you to observe this. When we do so, we found that wherever ice will start freezing, or when the water goes to convert into the ice, it start gathering, accumulating, or it will gather on the top surface of it. In a case of this also, we found that a small particles of ice will be formed at the top of that glass, okay, and on the edges of glass, not into the middle of it. It will start from the top of it, even the edges of it, not in the middle. So here they have asked you one question, for which part of the glass does the water first start freezing? So what you will write the answer for this? From the edges of the glass and the top of the water. Now by referring this, we will see the anomalous behavior of water. So what will happen with the water? As that of normal substance, the density of water will also be increase and the volume will be decrease. See, the density of water is peculiar. The word peculiar means a special, not a normal one. Okay, density of water will be peculiar. It's also asked in when the filling the blanks, so you can mark it here itself. Okay, see, when the water at normal temperature start cooling, its density increase like that of most of liquid. Most of liquid means, just now I told you, the ordinary condition. What happen with them when we start lowering the temperature? Its density will increase and the volume is goes on decrease. The same case will happen with the water as well. But what's the difference between that, or what the peculiarity of this? However, if its temperature falls below 4 degree, its density start decreasing. Means what? Till 4 degree they are okay. The water will behave as that of other any substance only. But after the 4 degrees Celsius, its density will start decreasing, which is exactly opposite behavior as that of other substance. So what we can say from this? This is mean the density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. What will be the maximum density of water? 4 degree Celsius. That's why I see in the diagram also 4 degrees Celsius is exactly at the bottom of it. So maximum density will be at bottom only, no? That's why it sinks. It's higher density, that's why it at bottom of it, and whichever will be lighter, it will be on upper layer of it. Okay. If the temperature of water will be lowered below the 4 degrees Celsius, its density will decrease and the volume will increase. It means that water expands when the temperature falls below 4 degree. This is what we called as anomalous behavior of water. Students, you just underline the points which I will underline now. I hope it is visible to you. Density of water is peculiar. I will rotate my screen. How the density of water is? Density of water is specular, a special behavior. Okay, and what again we are saying about it? When the water is at normal temperature, starts cooling, its density will increase at the top, mostly normal. So we will stick to the one point, so you will not have a confusion among this one. Okay, however, when it falls below the 4 degrees Celsius, density starts decreasing. So when the density will start decreasing of water? When it falls below 4 degree Celsius. Okay, so what it means by that? What is the maximum density of water? Maximum density of water is 4 degrees Celsius. That's why, as I have shown you in the diagram, it is 4 degrees Celsius is at very bottom side of it. Okay, and what happened when it reaches to the 4 degrees Celsius? The density will decrease and the volume will increase. What will happen with water? Density will decrease and the volume will goes on increase. And this expansion, when the temperature falls below this, is called as anomalous behavior of water. Understood? Anomalous behavior of water means. Okay, that's it for today. We have took the properties of water. Tomorrow I am again going to revise these points and we will see one more point related to this water property, that is how objects, when object will sink and float, and what is solute, solvent and solution. Whatever homework and activity is given to you, that you have to perform. This contains the marks. And always when you will listen the audio, just be ready with your pencil and textbook with you. That's it for today. Thank you.